Over the last few weeks, I have been constantly asked on Instagram, like, what do I think of Squid Game? And it kept coming up like, why haven't I done a review on this? And I thought to myself, why haven't I done a review on this? And to be honest, I didn't really have an excuse. So today, we're going to talk about it. Squid Game. Squid Game is a South Korean TV show on Netflix, and to talk about the story, I'm going to be extremely vague, so if you haven't seen it, do not worry. Basically, there's an organisation, it's run by one person, you do not know who this person is, he's like fully masked up, you ain't got a clue. And everyone who works for him is also like masked up, you've probably seen it, man. If you're on Instagram or social media, you've seen like how they look with the shapes on their faces. And basically, they go around and they collect people who are struggling financially, they're in bad situations, and they basically say, let's play a game, yo. They're kid games. You're going to know what they are. If you win a ton of money. And if you lose, you get eliminated. But at that time, they don't know that being eliminated literally means you get the chop, mate. And that is pretty much the small part of the story. There is a lot going on in Squid Game. I'm not going to spoil anything. 400 plus people. They're all basically in this like dorm together. And then every once in a while, they have to do a game. A few of them get eliminated. And if you stay on, you win an absolute crap ton of money. Very simple, but this is an epic show, man. It's probably be the title of the video. It's one of the best shows I've ever seen. There is a ton of reasons why I say it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. The main reason is kind of linked to the characters, so that is your vague story. Let's talk about the characters. Right at the start of the show, you're introduced to one person. Now, he is obviously struggling financially. He's the main character. We follow him right from the start. However, a few minutes into episode 1, you do get introduced to a bunch more characters, and the spectrum, it's all over the place. You've got men, women, elderly. You've got people who you think are really, really good, and they come across really, really good. And then, of course, you've got the straight-up scumbags. However, what this show does the best, and it's my favourite bit of the show, as it progresses, and obviously you're competing for money, you see everyone is about that scum life, and just the lines kind of get blurry. You don't know who you like anymore. You don't know who you hate. Currently, at the time of this recording, everyone is talking about Squid Game. I think it's the most watched show on Netflix, and the reason is like, this shows you how people turn into scum when big amounts of money is involved, and just showing you, because we all know people are like that in real life, and seeing it in a show just amplifies it, man. It felt real. As crazy as this show is, it genuinely felt real. You know, people would act like this, man. It's my favourite bit of the show, to be fair. Genuinely, the characters and the story, when they mix up together and just emotions go crazy, there was bits I was getting genuinely teary-eyed. There was bits where I felt sick in my stomach because I'm putting myself in their shoes and I wouldn't even know what to do right now. It's crazy. And some of these scenes last a very long time, and it hits you hard, bro. That's why this show is doing bits right now. There's also a ton of gore because, again, people get eliminated, they get absolutely deleted, but when they do, oh my god, I loved it. You guys know about the horror life, the gore and the kills. It is on full max 10 out of 10. However, it's not like vulgar stuff. It's not in your face from the get-go. It is used sparingly. And again, that makes it feel really real because you go a long amount of time where you don't see any blood or any like violence, and then when it does come, it is so crazy and it feels right for the scene. Just, they genuinely hit an absolute perfect balance between like action and realistic gore. They handled it perfectly, man. I'm trying to think of things that I dislike about this show. I can't even think of one, bro. Not even one nitpick. Actually, there's one nitpick thing. It didn't even bother me, to be honest. You guys know, when I review something foreign, aka not filmed in English, I always watch it with subtitles. I just think the actor's performance comes across way better. However, I always like to test the dubbing, and the dubbing in this, it's not great. I have multiple reviews where I moan about dubbing. I'll be fair, this is probably the best dubbed show I've seen in a long time. It wasn't absolute garbage, but it definitely weren't great. So I urge ya, if you're cool with reading subtitles, please watch it in that, man. The performances are so much better. Ladies and gentlemen, this show, it was flawless, mate. The story amazing, characters amazing, action, gore, the ending, like the cliffhangers. Banger, mate. Absolute banger. And I'm going to give Squid Game 10 nerds out of 10. Genuinely, this is a 10 out of 10 god tier show, and I highly recommend it to everyone. I know people like in real life, bro, not like online friends. I know real world people who will not watch this purely because it's South Korean and they don't want to read subtitles. Just get in the bin, man. Just watch the show. Trust me, it's worth it. Even if you cannot physically read it, watch the dubbing version, man. It's good enough that you'll appreciate the show so much, man. And yeah, it's an absolute gem, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, have you seen Squid Game? What do you think about it? Let me know down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate you guys, man. Big up you lot, and I'll see you all in the next one.